Okay, Wittle Defender. A lot of you probably just started playing the game today, and some of us have been playing for a while. I myself been playing for a little bit over 2 months now. When you go into your gallery, you see a couple of heroes marked underneath the Sublime, and you may be asking yourself, number one, how to get these things, and number two, if it came down to it, which one would you pick? Now this is all going to come from the Sssnaker summon, and for most of you, you probably won't even see this tab yet. In order to unlock it, you're going to need to do 700 summons either between the regular summon or even the raid up summon, whatever adds up to 700, that will unlock this slot. Where a majority of you probably got excited when you pulled your first mythic and found it to be the demon spawn there, it's going to be the same thing with this. Your first 10 pulls is going to be guaranteed one of these Sublime heroes, but we can pick which one we want to get. We have this little arrow down here where we can switch between the Peacekeeper Carl or the Void Witch Celine. And to be honest with you, whichever one you decide to go for, both of these are incredibly strong heroes to have, and if I could, I would try to go and get both of these things maxed out. But given how much these things are a pain, I'm going to focus on one versus the other. Let's kind of explain the skills of these things. But before we do that, a couple more things you need to know about this. Once you hit that first 10 pull, you land your first Sublime hero. Every other 30 pulls will be the guaranteed pity to get one of these things. Some of the other things you can hit, you can get a legendary 30,000 gems. Haven't seemed to hit that one yet, or at least I don't think I have. I'll have to look at the replay on it. You can get any of the mythic heroes besides the raid up ones. 10 mythic shards, you get 50 of these. You can turn that in and turn it into a random mythic hero. Bunch of these Sssnaker hammers. These are what we're going to use to pull the treasures for both the Peacekeeper and also the Void Witch. And then some legendary heroes, legendary shards, some gems, some epic heroes, and then even some of the promotion stuff to go and take yourself up to that next 10th level. So one of the things that makes these Sublime heroes so powerful is actually when you click on them, you'll see that they have a 4th skill slot. Peacemaker, every time somebody goes up 1 level in battle, that Peacemaker is going to get an extra 1% of HP. And similar to that, the Void Witch, when somebody goes and levels up inside the battle, she's going to get a 1% attack increase for that whole battle. So you figure by the time the end of this, you're going to see somewhere between a 20 to 25% boost to either the HP or the attack, depending on the hero that you pick. So the Sssnaker Witch is going to be more of a mob style hero, but still can do some decent damage to the bosses. And they're going to do this by launching out these Xenosites, which are pretty much little minions there. What I really like about this is instead of the minions just kind of hanging out right in the center around you, these things will venture out outside the circle and still do damage that way. So this is a great way to keep the enemies away from you and still keep yourself safe while you're going to be doing some healing. Even the epic skill on this looks pretty awesome, where it's going to turn into a continuous laser. Not necessarily continuous, but a lot more are going to shoot out, bigger area, more damage. It all works kind of nice. Now the Peacemaker, on the other hand, this is going to be under the fighter class, which is going to be more focused towards the bosses. Still though, this has a pretty nice area of effect attack to it with this whole spinning, and you find that it does kill a good group of mobs. So when we finally get the epic skill of this, that Judgment Hammer is going to now have a Peace Hammer, which is going to be a giant hammer that just comes down and smashes the screen. But a couple of things I really like about this whole Peacekeeper here is, number one, there is a skill in there that's going to reduce the attack of the enemy by 60%, but another one that's going to actually give a heal of, think of like 0.5% every time that Justice Hammer gets used. With that knowledge, it really comes down to what direction you want to go for. Do you want to focus on the mobs? Do you want to have that defense of these sprites here so you're not really worried about taking all the damage? Or do you want to have one which is going to be more focused on the bosses, reduce their attack damage while still providing themselves a little bit of heal? I myself find that there's so many heroes in here that can just do anything to the mobs, and we're really lacking on those bosses. So for me, I'm going for the Peacemaker, but like I said, if I could get both of these things, had them max out, I'd have them both in my party right now. So this won't be an overnight thing to unlock these unless you're spending money, and even if you are spending money, it's going to take a little bit to get these things leveled up and maxed out. Probably about $800 to $900 into the game already, and I only have one at 0 stars and the other one at 1 stars, so it's going to be a bit before we get these, but if you keep on pulling on those summons, you can unlock this and be a little bit closer. But if you guys are still struggling to figure out how to exactly build your army in this game, or build your team I should say, you might want to take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.